Welcome to episode 25, season 2 of FountainCast, your bi-weekly podcast brought to you by your Fountain Hills Chamber of Commerce, striving to be your one-stop fountain of information on your business community. I'm co-host Karen Anderson.
And I'm co-host Hannah Toth. Be sure to stay tuned after this episode as well to hear about upcoming chamber events. In today's episode, we are speaking with new chamber member, Evelyn Cutting, here to share with us about her incredible journey to entrepreneurship. And Evelyn is a nurse injector and owner of the brand new Unbridled Beauty on the Avenue of the Fountains. Yes, and Evelyn has quite the inspiring story of perseverance to share with us today, and we can't wait to learn more. So let's dive right in. Welcome to the show, Evelyn.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
We are just so thrilled to welcome you, and you really just dove right into chamberhood, so we're just thrilled to hear your story. So let's start from the beginning. What happened in high school that got you started on this path to become a nurse? You had hinted about it before we started filming.
Yes, so when I was in high school, I started developing a lot of random health issues, and I was a 3-sport athlete. I was on the path of playing D1 field hockey in college, and I was the top scorer for field hockey in our city, and it was really interesting because I just started developing all of these random symptoms. And so it became debilitating. I had to quit sports, and I missed 30% of high school because I just could not, I just could not function. I had severe fatigue. I had pretty much head to toe symptoms, and I went to doctors all over the country, and no one could tell me what was going on. But the only thing that they could tell me was maybe you're crazy,
Oh, no.
It was really disheartening as a teenager to be told, all of these symptoms that you're having, we can't diagnose you with something. And it was very frustrating because I kind of had to rewrite my life with, that was my path. I had that set since I was a kid, and having something so random and bizarre kind of changed my trajectory of life, which without that, I wouldn't be a nurse injector. But I finally got diagnosed with a really rare disorder called mast cell activation syndrome. It pretty much means that I'm in a constant state of an allergic reaction.
Oh, wow.
So it's really interesting because the only correlation we can come up with was I got a vaccine before high school, the HPV vaccine, and now there are studies showing that there is a correlation between my disorder and getting the vaccine at the age that I did. So it's the only people that would really believe me that something was wrong, because I felt so judged, and I just felt like no one was taking me seriously as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid. And so the nurses were the ones, if we knew more information, we would, we would want to do something. We believe you that you are struggling and you are sick. And that's actually how I became a nurse, because I wanted to be able to advocate for my patients like the nurses did for me while I was on my health journey.
Nurses typically spend more time with patients than the doctors. And
yes.
I can only imagine, having raised several children myself, that you would get you're not sick, go to school,
yes.
You're not getting out of it today.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so it was really interesting. I would never have thought that I would be a nurse. I wanted to go to school for art and play field hockey. So I am really shocked by the path that I was given.
It was just a surprise.
Yes, it was a surprise.
That's wonderful.
That is a really incredible story, and thank you for sharing.
Yeah, of course.
So with that diagnosis, how has that affected your life, and what are some examples of the obstacles or barriers that you face while you're trying to be an entrepreneur and all these wonderful things you've accomplished?
Definitely. So with high school, I didn't have I grew up in Kentucky, and I didn't get to have like the high school experience that, most kids got to have. I pretty much taught myself all of school, and it was just really disheartening to me to see everyone else having so much fun, and then, you're so sick, and no one knowing what's going on, and like the only people believing you are your parents, because they knew something was wrong. But so I think that was one of the biggest things, was attempting to find my own path within all of this craziness. But also, I'm trying to think like some of the obstacles. Like teaching myself school was not easy, and it continued. My health continued into college. So when I decided to become a nurse, I still wasn't well by any stretch of the imagination. I had a service dog. He was he's still with me, but he retired as a service dog since I'm doing really, really well now. But it was just interesting to kind of become your own teacher, and that was really, really not easy, I can say. And I'm in nurse practitioner school, so things are a lot different this time around, because I'm like, I don't actually have to like teach myself all of this information. I can actually sit there, function during class, be able to handle this kind of stuff. So I am very proud of everything that I've gone through, just because it shows resilience and this spirit of wanting to kick booty. So
Perseverance.
Yes.
I like spirit of wanting to kick booty.
Yeah,
too.
that's
That's way better than perseverance. And I know this isn't on our list of questions, but if I were listening, I'd want to know, how do they keep your body from being in that constant state of
allergic reaction?
Yeah.
So with my disorder, disease, so there are two types of people that have it. So you're either a shocker, which sounds weird, or a leaker, which sounds even weirder. So shockers are when you have you come in contact with something that your body deems is allergic to or whatever, you immediately go into anaphylaxis. So I don't have that, thankfully. I have the leaker part. So just because I'm constantly in a state of allergic reaction, my way of getting better is a little different than using an EpiPen, that kind of thing. So I actually pretty much control all of my symptoms with food. So I've recognized certain foods that I cannot have, and I've added some back in. I've done a lot of, over the 10 years that I've had this disorder, it's been interesting to do the kind of trial and error kind of thing. So finally I have a set of foods that I can eat that I know that will be okay, and I don't have to take any medicine for it. Which is really, really awesome. A lot of people are not as lucky as me with my disorder, just because if you're a leaker like me, you can control it with H1 or H2 blockers like Benadryl or Allegra or Claritin, that kind of thing. Or the occasional EpiPen if you go into anaphylaxis. But if you're a shocker, sometimes you don't even know what you are allergic to, so you will just constantly be having to stab yourself with an EpiPen. And I'm not kidding you when I say that. I've met over the years people with my disorder from very random situations, and they have used over 300 EpiPens in their life.
Oh my word.
Yeah, so they usually get to function a little bit better day to day. It's just the dramatic anaphylaxis.
You can't ever not have that.
Yes, exactly. So I always carry an EpiPen around just in case, because I would rather not be in need of an EpiPen and not have one. But yeah, so that is how I deal with it.
Good to know. Good to know. You want to go ahead?
Oh, sure. So that was fascinating, and thank you so much for sharing.
Sorry to get you
what
off
you're-
topic.
Oh, no,
I
it's
just
okay.
had to know.
Yeah.
Of course, and what you've been through, it's really inspiring that at your age you own your own business. You're so active in the community already, and this is something that obviously was not easy to overcome, so that's incredible.
Thank you.
But then moving on, I understand what made you want to be a nurse, but what specifically led you on the path of nurse injector?
So, funny story. My senior year of high school, my parents felt really bad, and they were like, you need to go be somewhere where there's sunny and warm and have fun, or at least just try to have fun for your senior year. So I went to live with my grandmother in Vero Beach, Florida, and so I got to have all the ocean breeze and everything, and she was the only person I knew who got Botox, filler, anything like that. We can't call her grandmother. We have to call her Coco because God forbid that she's old. So, or that can be old enough to be a grandmother. So she actually put that seed in my head because I have always loved art, and so I really wanted to figure out something that I could mash together with nursing. So like art and nursing, nurse injector.
Wow.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of got into nurse injectors, just because Coco was like, this would be perfect for you. And so thank you, Coco.
God bless you.
Yes. Leading to me to this, yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what are all of the services that you offer at Unbridled Beauty?
Yes, so we offer dermal fillers, which is to enhance the volume in your face, especially when get older, you start to lose that adipose tissue and collagen. And then we offer wrinkle relaxers. We use Jeuveau and Botox, and we're gonna get Daxify, which is the newest tox, here soon. And that obviously, like the name, it wrinkle relaxer, just relaxes your wrinkles.
And they do.
Yes. And we offer microtox, which is really cool. It's microneedling and tox together. So wrinkle relaxer. So I first microneedle your face, and then because your face has been microneedled and has porous, that I then mix hyaluronic acid and some other yummy skin stuff and Jeuveau or Botox, and I kind of paint it over your skin. And really, it's really cool for some people who have really fine wrinkles that we can't target with wrinkle relaxer, especially on your cheeks or some places where it's a little weirder and harder to get into those areas. So it really gives your skin a really nice smooth appearance. And with microneedling, that's a wound response. So it creates collagen and really plumps up your skin, especially with the hyaluronic acid. So it's doing a lot of things at once. And then we also offer B12 shots because I have a lot of people who really want just a boost of energy, and I'm here for that. So I will give B12 shots. Yeah.
I love this too.
So with your experience now as a nurse injector and entrepreneur, what's something that, going back to the obstacles that you faced and overcome, what's something that you would want to say to your high school self, like thinking back to when you got that diagnosis? What would you want to share with her?
I think I would want to share to little Evelyn that not everyone grows at the same path. I think I was always wanting to be ahead, and I think that's like when we're kids, we will always want to be the best and do everything first and get the best grades and whatever. And I think for me, as someone who's like super type A and wanted to succeed and do all the things I wanted to do, I think telling myself that it's okay not to be ahead at this point in time, and like just kind of let it be, which was very hard for me to do. I still fought tooth and nail to get out of the situation that I was in, but I wish I would have took the stress off of myself to do that and just say, like, it's fine, just let it be, we'll figure it out. And like knowing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, because you with a, like I just didn't know if I was going to be okay or not. And so it would have been nice to be like, it's going to be okay, I promise.
It's the fear of the unknown.
Yes, exactly.
Wonderful. As a Fountain Hills entrepreneur, what advice would you give to others about the chamber?
Yeah, so I think one thing that I would give advice to other chamber members would be to kind of take on younger entrepreneurs and kind of mentor them, because I would kill for, a mentor of some sort. I mean, it's really hard in my industry specifically, just because it seems very cutthroat and everyone's, very competitive and that kind of thing. And I'm very not. I just want to make you feel beautiful and, get to know you and that kind of thing. But I think having a mentor in, just any sort of way, if it's even in a different industry, like that would be so amazing to have, especially as a younger person. So I think, take somebody who's a young entrepreneur and take them under your wing and just kind of guide them through, because with, younger entrepreneurs, I think we're going to be the future of Fountain Hills. And so you need to kind of lift that up, and we're all here for the same reason, to, grow Fountain Hills and make it a wonderful place to live and, grow the economy. And I think one way definitely to do that is to, be more collaborative and help each other out.
So everyone heard that, right? Evelyn needs a mentor, and we have so many wonderful chamber members out there that could do just that for her, and that's a fantastic idea.
Absolutely. So if you're listening in, I know so many of you have big hearts and plenty of things to share with a mentee.
Wisdom, knowledge.
We'll just repeat it one more time. Take a young entrepreneur under your wing and give them some advice. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So finally, to wrap us up with the services that you offer, if we find that mentor for you, all of these wonderful things, how can someone get a hold of you?
Yes, so you can contact me by my cell phone anytime. It's 480-382-4103. Or you can go to my website, which is www.unbridledbeautyaz.com, and you can message me there. I'm on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of the above. So any social media that's out there at this point. So it's pretty easy getting a hold of me. So you can find me pretty easily. So
fantastic. Yeah. Well, make sure to search for Unbridled Beauty and get in touch with Evelyn and follow her on all of the social medias.
Yes, thank you.
All the stuff.
All the stuff.
The mentor as well.
Yes.
And that will wrap up this episode. Evelyn, thank you so much for
guys.
coming in. Your story was fascinating. I loved it. And I loved the mentor idea.
Yes, and it was just so phenomenal to have Evelyn join us. Don't forget to share FountainCast with friends, neighbors, clients, anyone in your network, and please like, rate, and review FountainCast wherever you listen to your podcasts. And as I've been adding the past couple episodes, please be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify. We are so close to those follower count goals that we have. So if you're listening on Spotify right now, just head over to YouTube and subscribe to us. We're really hoping to be able to live stream the Thanksgiving Day Parade for the 50th anniversary next year.
Awesome.
And we really need your help, so please subscribe to us. For upcoming chamber events, please join us on September 28th at 5 p.m. for a ribbon cutting for new member Joybird Yoga. We're so excited to celebrate with owner Dawn Phelps at her studio on Shea Boulevard. And then from 3 to 6 p.m. on October 13th, Tama will be hosting a brand new happy hour wine walk with Mediterranean wine on the Avenue of the Fountains. So this will be the first event of its kind by the Avenue Merchants Association, and we're so excited to support them. If you're able to attend the event, we would love to have you. Be sure to head to the Chamber website for more details on that. Head to the Chamber website for more details on all of our upcoming events, or to request to do your own podcast, uniquely Fountain Hills episode. Send us editions for the newsletter and so much more. Thank you, Fountain Hills, as always, for continuing to be the best community.